Hey, this is a continuation of my documentation on my assignment. Now, I had to stop that because my dog went crazy. So, I think before I had to stop the video, I was about to start the topic of Big Boss. Now, the boss is a lot harder to code because obviously he shoots two types of bullets, he has a health bar, and he moves from side to side, but every time he hits a wall that I will show you, he drops by I think point 0.1 downwards. So what I've done is I've obviously had him move left and right at the speed of 8 because I don't want him to move really quickly, else he's just going to keep hitting the walls and then he's just going to fall and get to your border, and then you'll lose. But what I've had to do is I've had to instead of just giving him a health bar, I've realised it's a lot easier to just set code. So I've put his HP, which is health, I put it as 200 because considering he's a boss, he's going to have a lot more health than one you and two the other enemies. So I've obviously set the alarm that I've got as alarm 0 is him shooting his normal bullets, which is one of two. So, and that's going to be every 10, so that's about a quarter of a second. Now, alarm 1 is the same as alarm 0 with his normal bullets, but is actually his nukes. Now, what I could do to show you this is I could change from 2 and I could put it as 3, which means he will shoot nukes less often. Now, alarm 6 is when you uh, when you destroy the enemy or the big boss, the game will end. It will display the message saying, "Oh no, sorry, my bad." No, when when he kills you, it'll display the message, you lose, and it'll restart the game. Because obviously it's the last level. Instead of saying you died, then thinking you're going to go on to the next level, you're not. So instead it's just going to say you lose, and then that's game over. Then you'll go back to the main menu. Now, this is what I was talking about for the wall. Now, on the actual, on the actual level, what I have done is I have had to this is the wall for the player. I've made it a bit difficult, so he can't go everywhere, but I've made it so that your player can move, but just not as much. And obviously, the border has been put closer just to make it a bit more challenging. Now, the boss is obviously a lot bigger. Now, this wall here is basically every time the boss Every time the boss bounces off of that wall, he will move by a certain amount. He will move down. So what I've done is on the x-axis is across and y-axis is down. So I've put 16, so he will drop by a tiny bit each time. So it gives the player, it makes it a bit more tense, so he can actually, so he will actually try and beat you. Now, I might change this to 26, just so he drops down a bit more. Now, it could go wrong, could go right. We'll have a look in a sec. Now, when your regular bullet hits him, it knocks off -5 of his health. Now, obviously, -5 of a 200 health, that's going to take a lot of bullets, which is the good thing, because that's what I want. Now, this is basically to create the health bar. Now, obviously, I want my health bar to be red when he gets shot, and green when it's normal. If the HP, this is just showing that if the HP is 0 or less than 0, then the effect we create above is an explosion that I've set to orange, and it'll instantly destroy the boss. But obviously, as you saw in the game, I haven't timed it yet. And obviously, the player will get a score of 50, and alarm 6 will go off, which sets off alarm 6, which is end the game, display the message, and restart the game. Now, also, the what else should I talk about? Yeah, I forgot to talk about the actual enemy bullet itself. On the regular levels, the enemy bullet actually, when it hits your player, you will lose minus 10 health. Right, we will now test that to see that if, hopefully, the enemy will get destroyed, hopefully that sound will play. I hope. If it doesn't, then I can always tweak it, but it's not a massive issue. When the game loads, that is. Right, so as you can see, these are my buttons. Obviously, when the cursor goes on them, they turn light red, so it looks like they're being pressed, and same for the exit. Start the game. As you can see, you get a lot of buttons. Right, that's a bit awkward. I've changed the sound by accident. Now, that's not the sound that I want. So I'm gonna go into my files and find my explosion sound. Just give me a second while I find it. So basically, now we know that the sound actually works when you hit the player, or when you hit the enemy, sorry, which is a good thing. Actually, do you know what? No, I don't need. Do I need to find it? Do I need to? There we go. That's where it is. Right. This is my explosion sound that will obviously, hopefully, it will play now. No, apparently not. So I will rename that sound to now I remember if I've changed it. I'll rename it to explosion. Right. Now we have that. Now hopefully it should go back into the game and it will explode instead of just being that's basically the gunshot for my boss, but I haven't set it yet. And that is for another assignment that I will be recording after this. So hopefully this video documentation has been helpful. Hopefully I've explained how I've made my menu, how I've made my game, and how I've made all of that lot. Now, let's see if this sound works. There's the bullets. Which is good. So now it's a little bit quiet. Now hopefully it goes on to every level. Hopefully the boss will explode. Now, as you can see, when I changed the timings of the nukes and the bullets, now it's a bit slower, so it's not really that difficult to actually defeat this boss, because he's not gonna drop that much. And as you can see, when the game is finished, it goes back to the main menu, and if I want to get rid of the menu, you click the exit button. That is my video documentation for my assignment. Hopefully it was good enough to get a distinction, and I will be back soon.